Israeli media has reported a stabbing attempt at the Hizma checkpoint in occupied Jerusalem. No injuries were reported in the incident. Following the alleged attack, the Israeli army closed a road in East Jerusalem. A Palestinian youth was reportedly shot by Israeli occupation forces during the incident, with his health condition remaining unclear. Ambulances were blocked from reaching the injured individual, while surrounding roads were also sealed off. The Israeli occupation has maintained its siege of Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza for a third consecutive day. The hospital has faced relentless attacks, with drones targeting its grounds and roof, endangering critical fuel and oxygen supplies. Inside, 91 patients are receiving minimal care as the two-month siege continues to take its toll. Several Palestinians have been killed and others injured in Israeli airstrikes on Nusayrat in central Gaza. Local Palestinian media report that at least 4 people were killed and 3 others injured in the bombing. Meanwhile, Israeli occupation forces opened fire on a school sheltering displaced people northwest of the camp, killing 1 Palestinian and wounding several others. Palestinian medics report that an Israeli airstrike struck a shelter for displaced people in the Al-Mawasi area of Khan Yunis, southern Gaza, killing 5 people, including 2 children. Footage from the scene showed burning structures and injured victims being evacuated. Israeli occupation forces claimed it targeted Hamas operations in the area and said precautions were taken to minimize civilian casualties. Hamas has denied operating among civilians. Health authorities in Gaza have confirmed that the Palestinian death toll from the ongoing Israeli onslaught since October 7th of 2023 has surpassed 45,300, with over 107,000 injured. They also reported that Israeli forces carried out 5 massacres targeting families in Gaza within the past 24 hours, killing at least 58 Palestinians and injuring 86 others. British NGO Oxfam reported that only 12 humanitarian aid trucks have delivered food and water in northern Gaza over the past 2.5 months. These 12 trucks are part of the 34 that were allowed into the region. The organization added that after 3 of these trucks unloaded supplies at the school was evacuated and bombed just hours later. UNRWA Commissioner General Philippe Lazzarini has stated that all rules of war have been violated in Gaza, which has faced ongoing Israeli genocide for over 14 months. He highlighted that attacks on schools and hospitals have become routine, adding in a post on X that a ceasefire in Gaza is long overdue.
But of course, in a situation like this when we have
UNRWA reports that over 556,000 children in Gaza have received their second dose of the polio vaccine, with efforts reaching children through health centers, mobile clinics and home visits. The WHO noted that vaccination efforts in northern Gaza have faced challenges, limiting coverage to 88%. Since the outbreak of conflict in October, a poliovirus case has been confirmed in Gaza for the first time in 25 years. UN agencies will continue their vaccination efforts amid the ongoing humanitarian crisis. The Palestinian Prime Minister has discussed the latest efforts to end Israeli aggression against the Palestinian people with the Cypriot Foreign Minister. During the meeting, the Prime Minister outlined ongoing relief efforts in Gaza and the government's plans for immediate action once the aggression ceases. These plans include humanitarian operations, restoring essential services, unifying institutional efforts, and preparing for comprehensive reconstruction across Palestinian territory. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has attended the fifth day of testimony in his corruption trial at the district court in Tel Aviv. Netanyahu faces accusations of corruption, bribery and breach of trust in 3 high-profile cases. His court appearances are expected to continue until all charges are addressed.